Hello, hello, and this is Jack the Noob, and we're just picking up where we left off with um with everything. We're gonna do a few side quests here, pick up some more gold skeletal, and that word is so hard to pronounce for me for some reason. Anyway, we're going to the lost. Oh wait, no, we got bugs, so we can pick up the. Where is that? It's over here by the super by their. Is this it? Wait, yeah, Kikaru shop. And it's back behind here. There it is. Now don't dump all of them in there at one time. Yay. Pick it up. That's how we lost all our bugs. Don't attack me. And he still got a hit in on me. Alright. And then we can plant this. And that's the forest done. Now we need to hit the we also need to hit Lone Ranch on our way back to the castle. The cool part about where we are is that we can pretty much pick up whatever we want. We can pretty much go wherever we want because the Lost Woods attached to this place. The Lost Woods, obviously, and then Zora's River and Gorgon City. So we pretty much go wherever we want for those three places. And then, of course, Zora's Domain. Uh, you pop up. Uh, Zora's Domain. You can, if you can get to Gorgon's, or you can go to Lake Hylia. So that's a plus. Trying to think on where the other let's just go through here. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. You know what? I think I have an idea of where it is. Yeah, we gotta go past. I think I have an idea where it is. It's in like the most inconspicuous spot. And realistically, I probably could have got bugs from that particular spot. This one right here. Yes. This is like the place for stupid stuff. No. There it is. No. Yeah, you better be gone. Now, let's do this. And then recapture the bugs. And then go stand over here. Come on. Good. Couldn't attack me this time. Jerk bug couldn't attack me this time. I think that's everything in here, to be completely honest. With the exception of some stuff when we get when we're bigger. I guess we can go. We did the village. Let's see. We got everything out of the village we're gonna get out. And the Lost Woods. And why can't I? There we go. And Zora's Domain. So the best place we could probably go is, well, let's head over to, no, we did Lake Hylia. Let's head to Gorgon City real quick and see if we can't pick up anything in the hiding around there. What's this? Okay. And head in there. So there was nothing in Goron City that we could get. There was nothing left in here. However, wait, we gotta get out of here. However, there is some stuff hidden, probably further up, or oh yeah, there's one on the path that we can get as soon as we come in. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bean hole right out in front. And there's a door, a pocket that we opened up. Yeah, the bean hole right there, plus opening up. Thanks. Recapture. And then get out of the way. We can also plant this bean hole so when we come back, it's nice and big. Because it takes us to get a heart piece up above. And there's also, if I remember correctly, one in this stupid hidden passage right here that we blew up. That was too high for us to get. Yeah, I can hear him. And that's all ours. And now we can go down to the village. We're gonna pop into the house real quick. I don't think there's a bean hole in the cemetery. We're gonna have to go in there and get that. You lost your stupid chickens again. That's your own problem. Yeah, like you're saying, like I think that's the only thing about the game that is somewhat frustrating is that you can't. Okay, so we know we got 2 out. Yeah, and that's the Stone of Agony, which you need a Rumble Pack for. Which there's 30. And that's the bigger wallet, the giant's wallet. 500 rubies, that's what we needed. So we still got 40, 50, I forget. Yeah, I don't think you get one for every one. Yeah, it's 40 and 50, and then him at 100, which just gives you a stupid, stupid ruby. Yeah, like a stupid ruby. That's worth a lot. We need it to be dark anyway. Nope. I thought there was one more in here. It's on a window of some sort. I could be wrong. Nope, there it is. Okay. And I think I need a bean hole and one from the graveyard. Yeah. Definitely want to plant the one in the graveyard because that gives us a very, very easy uh, that gives us a very easy heart piece when we get bigger. Yeah, it's right here. Gotcha. Now run away from there, because we're not getting attacked by that. There it is. Every time. Alright, that's all taken care of. And then I think there's one more that I ran into. Yeah, there it is. Right up there on the wall. And if we get these two, we've completed the graveyard. Too bad, I don't think it shows up on the map. Nope, doesn't show up on the map, but oh well. Alright, so that takes care of all the stuff, all that side stuff, up to this point, except for Lone Mountain Ranch, which we gotta head to. Have a discussion with them about their bug problem. All the time he walks. Lone Lone Ranch. Just not too far, luckily enough. Which that's actually, I think, the first place you can get all of them as, because you don't have to be an adult to get all of them. You can be a kid, but two of them you need the boomerang to get, which is annoying, because it's still a pain. And not that it really matters, because you can't. As an adult, you can't really do much until you get the hook shot, which requires you to go race Dampy's grape ghost, which is just a pain. The first and second time you do it, because the first time you do it, I guess it's not really that hard to beat him, but the second time, it's incredibly hard to get the heart piece out of him. I believe that's how. I have no idea where I'm going. We'll turn it back to, oh good, I was going in the right direction. I guess we'll pick up the two in Hyrule Field. One of them's in a hole near the gate. Alright. Unfortunately, it has to be dark for the two that we're looking for. I wonder how mad people get that I just come through their place and smash up their stuff. There's our first one. Now we can go get the last one on this one. Stupid crows, stay up there, otherwise I'm going to start a massacre. I think we found it last time we were here, and it was... there it is. It's in like one of the weirdest spots ever. But you couldn't get it because it was too high up. Ooh. Alright, so now let's see. I think we get... yeah, see down at the name at the bottom left-hand corner. You get that, well, it's a weird looking... it's basically a skull with legs. That's gold, but you get that next to any place that you've already gotten all of them for. Just like the castles, which we can go back... oh, I forgot to go back to the first one and get the first castles, the one that we're missing there. I don't really want to do that at this point because that's a long journey. But it does take time for us. I mean, the biggest problem is once we become adult, we're stuck that way for a little bit. You can't just switch back and forth until I think you're done with the first castle. No, that's the one that hit me. That's the one that's going down. Thank you. You can't just switch back and forth like you would want to. You have to wait till I think you're done with the forest castle, and then go from there. And you can't do a lot of side quests either. See, if I recall correctly, there's one over this way. Oh, that valley entrance. The problem is, like, this is the part that's not really as fun, is that when you're young, it takes you forever to get anywhere. Unless you're using, like, I was using the Zora's Domain to get to Goron, to get where? To, Goron Village, and then from Goron Village, back to the Lost Woods, back to Zora's Domain, and back to Kikuru or back, all around. Whereas once you get older and you get some of the music, you can just warp wherever you want. There it is. Is it here? Hmm. I hear a moo. Oh, where are we? Oh, there's a moo cow in there. And I bet you what we're looking for is in there. That's stupid of you. Oh, dear. Don't blow up. There you are. In an actual web. That's hilarious. Yeah, if you're ever walking and you just randomly hear a mooing of a cow, it's probably that. It's probably one of these guys underground. Alright, let's go get the Ocarina. Because I think there's one more on the gate. I can't remember. I don't remember as much as I thought I did. One over here? No. That's stupid. Well, we probably won't be able to get it unless we take care of a certain problem. Kinda want it to stay day. That's what I thought. Random rock just hanging out? Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Huh. Really? Nothing? That was a waste. Ooh. Alright, so you got me. I don't know where it is. I could have sworn I did, but, you know. Let's go ahead and grab the Ocarina. Because that's what's going to happen here in a couple of seconds. Yeah. So there's the cutscene. Here it comes. Chuck it. And here's our first introduction again. Ganondorf. No matter. Actually, you know what? There's a few heart pieces we're gonna pick up, especially after we get the Ocarina and we can play the Ocarina's Tune of Time. Then we can go and pick up the last frog. He was kind of a jerk. Either way. There it is. You missed that one. Again. There we go. That's right. We don't have to get out of it this time. She's going to leave us a message with a song. I wonder if I can get... I might be able to get 11 hearts before the end. Before we go big. That'd be kind of cool. It means we'd only have to get 7 more temples. So that's 18. And then we need to get 2 more hearts after that to get all 20. Do, 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 do. I will say the melodies you learn in this are actually well put together. I like them. And all right, now that I've learned the Song of Time, I can go do that last frog. And that'll be another 50 coins plus a piece of heart. Or it might just be the piece of heart. I don't remember. Thanks, Zelda. Thanks for putting all of this on me. Is it over here? I just don't remember where. Let's go mess around with the frogs, and I'll think about it. So I don't remember exactly where the where that is. That's a wall. Keep running into the wall. It's funny. We can go mess around with the frogs real quick. That's 2 pieces of heart. Which would give us what? 3. So we'd need 1 more, which I know where 1 is. I think we can get it at this point without having to go too far out of the way. Where? Where? Oh, stop acting like... I hate how the chickens are just in a sour mood 24/7 when you pick them up. Yeah. And that'll maximize the last of them. I could have sworn that gave me something. Which song did I not play so far? Song of Time, the Sun Song, Sarah's Song. Let's do the Sun Song. I thought I got all of them. Maybe it was just my imagination. Okay. I guess I need a sixth song. Darn it. I thought you only needed 5. Go away, ugly things. Oh yeah, the river is always a nice place to pick up money. Should have enough to print to pick up at least 2 more beans. Though we probably won't need the beans for a while. I think one of them is on top of Death Mountain, which we might need. 80 rubies. And 90 rubies. The last one costs 100, and we don't have that anymore. Okay, so the frogs are washed. I don't guess I need one more song for them. So that kind of puts a kibosh on what I wanted to do. But let's go. I think we can go play some bombcha bowling. We should try bombcha bowling. That's only open at night though, isn't it? No. No, you don't have anything here. There's something back here I should know about. Yes, I know. Hey. Navi. Huh. I don't know where it is. That makes me concerned. Oh, I was supposed to go pick up the... Maybe it was one of the ones that were supposed to be opened up using a Song of Storms. There are holes that you can play. Like you play the Song of Storms, and it opens it up. Ooh. And then there's ones that you bomb that you can open up. But unfortunately, it looks like... Oh, let's just go in. Maybe we can play some bomb chip bowling. Don't let the gate close. Don't let the gate close. Don't let the gate close. There we go. I forget where the bomb chip bowling is. Kind of broke. This is the I Spy shop, isn't it? Yeah. This is the bomb chip bowling. Oh, we only got one shot. Okay. Oop. That's never good. Stay left. Ah, you piece of junk. There we go. I think this is the last one. There's a giant bird in the middle of it that loves to just run right at your stuff. That's gonna miss horribly. Oh! Oh! I was kind of expecting of that one. Ah, winner, winner, pumpkin winner. So we got another weapon, which, I mean, is virtually useless. I don't think I ever use these things. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money. Not for 30. Spent all our money on beans. Was there any stuff in the castle that we need to pick up? I'm not gonna lie, I might just move on. And we'll come back when we learn some more songs and stuff. Because some of this stuff, like I said, you need more songs and all this stuff. It's just, there's no point to it. Though we might run out, no. Yeah, we're not going to do that right now. We're going to go, we'll just go ahead and continue the storyline, get big, and get our Master Sword. And I think that's, you know, a good place to end this video once we get the Master Sword. Um, and then after that, we'll go and we'll get our long shot and all of that stuff. And having 10 hearts going into being big isn't too bad. You know, we don't need to have all of them. Plus, this way we can get the Song of Storms and just open up a little bit more. Yay! 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 And pull. Yeah, so we'll end it after this cutscene where all the bad stuff happens. Excellent work. As I thought, you held the keys to the door of time. And you led me to the gates of the sacred realm. Probably the smartest Ganondorf, well, Ganondorf has ever been. Stuff follow Link. Usually he just lets Link get super strong and then fails to beat him. Yeah, now we're awake. And we'll get the first medallion of light. We're gonna have to go to the forest. Built the Temple of Time to protect the entrance to the sacred realm. So these 7 sages are the same. Their descendants are the same 7 sages that are being um, sent to the other realm in A Link to the Past. A Link to the Past is basically the timeline where Link fails to beat Ganon. So the 7 sages step in, seal Ganon, and then in A Link to the Past, Link is back again in the future, and the descendants of these 7 sages are being sent to another realm. The Zora aren't there, neither are the Gorons. So so they're getting sent to the Dark Realm or whatever it's called, and you have to go save them, and then you can beat Ganon that way. That is the timeline of the decline of Hyrule. Um, then you have Kid Link's timeline, which has like A Link to the Past, or not A Link to the Past. It has Majora's Mask in it, and a couple other things. And then there's the ones that where Link beat Ganon in this one, and I'm not entirely sure what games. I'll have to go look that up before the next video of which games go in each timeline, so that I can figure that out. Matter of fact, Yeah, I'll have to figure that out next time. That way I can tell you guys. But I know that the first, I'm not entirely sure where the two new ones fit in though. I wonder if that's in the the in the timeline where Ganon failed, or the one where Ganon, where Ganon was beaten by Link. Because if it was the one where Ganon was beaten by Link, that would explain why there's like it's so far in the future. Now the I think the original one, the one that is um Skyward Sword, that's the original one. The one that was supposed to like start it all. Yeah, we gotta go save the other ones. So let's see. So the first one is Skyward Sword, and then the Sacred Realm gets sealed. Hyrule Kingdom established. The Minish Cap is the second one. The Four Swords is the third one. And then you have Ocarina of Time, which splits the timeline into um, Child Era, the hero is defeated and the hero is successful. So the Child Era, which has Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, Link's crossbow training, and I've never heard of that one. The Four Swords Adventure, and then when he's an adult, the adult era that of Ganondorf is sealed, so the hero is successful, has the Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, and then you have Tingle gets the Triforce, which gets Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land, Tingle's Balloon Trip of Love, the radical Zelda. Ganon is revived. Ganon gets the Triforce and makes everyone stupid. I don't know what that is. Zelda. I don't know. There's another one. Anyway, this one keeps going down, and you get Spirit Tracks, which is, I believe, a Game Boy Advance one. I don't remember. And then the ones that are for the hero is defeated, you get. It starts off with a Link to the Past, and then Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages, which we'll play that. I'll eventually play that. I'll eventually play that on here. And then you have Link's Awakening, which we'll also play on here eventually. A Link Between Worlds, which is a really good one for the DS. I have that one as well. I wish I could play that on here, but maybe I'll emulate it. And then the Triforce Heroes, and then the original two Legends of Zelda and Adventures of Link. And then all of the timelines meet back up with Hyrule Warriors, um, uh, and I mean, it says an untitled Breath of the Wild prequel, and then the Calamity is prevented or the Calamity is awakened, which if it's Ganon awakens, then it's Breath of the Wilds and Tears of the Kingdom. Eternal Resurrection, and then Eternal Reoccurrence, everything returns to zero. Or if you go towards the Calamity is prevented, you get Age of Calamity. The time travel to break the cycle, Calamity is prevented, a new future dawns. So then you get an era of peace. So if Ganon awakens, you get the era of ruin, and that if you do the Age of Calamity, you get era of peace. So there's those two. So those are the timeline, the timelines of all all Zeldas so far. Obviously you have Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, which Tears of the Kingdom is not that old, so um, should be expecting a new one here eventually. So Sorry, I stopped playing because I was reading that. But yeah, so those are the timelines which we like most people played Twilight Princess for the GameCube, um the Wind Waker, A Link to the Past, Oracle of Season and Oracle of Ages is a great time. That's a great one. Um so yeah, we're gonna try and play a lot more of these. I have A Link to the Past. Seasons and Ages might take me a while to get on board. I don't know if I'll ever play Majora's Mask because that one is such a pain. But I will play Twilight Princess. That one's kind of a slog though. Well, it's so is Wind Waker. Wind Waker's kind of a slog too. Um, but we will play Four Swords. I have Four Swords as well. Skyward Swords maybe eventually. So um, I'll have to steal my wife's Wii for that. That's right. It's her Wii. Um, but we'll get there eventually. Um, Breath of the Wild and stuff. I don't have I have a Switch Lite. Yeah, it's the best I got. So, never really went for the Switch or the Switch 2, especially after Nintendo kind of was like, oh, um, you don't really own it. You're just licensing it. Which I thought was a horrible choice on their part. Which again is more of that stuff that's coming out where you know we're selling licensing agreements instead of actual things. You know, but that's something else that's probably going to end up in the courts sooner rather than later. Probably say the next 5 to 7 years, it's gonna end up there. Yes, I do. All right. And on that note, this is Jack the Noob. We're just getting a little bit better each day. Do try to leave a comment, subscribe, like, let me know how I'm doing. Have a good night.